What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So, Draymond Green, now that the Golden State Warriors are back to their winning ways, looking like a championship team with Steph Curry, doing a lot of the work. Congrats to Steph Curry because right now he is, to me, the runaway MVP. Not to say that the other guys doing anything, but Steph Curry is their MVP right now, by far. But the loudest motherfucker is Draymond Green. So he recently was talking about it in an interview, calling out all the haters, calling out all of the Warriors haters and doubters, and don't let us win a championship. Don't let us win the fucking chip because you ain't gonna hear my mouth stop. I'm gonna be talking, you know. And I'm like, man, where the fuck was all of this 2 years ago, man? Where the fuck was all of this 2 years ago? Where was all of this talking when you helped to run KD out of fucking Golden State? Clay went down, unfortunately. Steph went down, unfortunately, like 5 games into the season. And all I remember is when everybody was looking at him. Now, look, realistically, we know they weren't going to make the playoffs. But with the Hall of Famer who claimed that he could score 20 on a bad team, he said he could average 20 and 10 like a great power forward on a bad team. When we were looking for him to do that, he couldn't fucking do it. When you were looking for him, to at least help them win 30 games, some type of slight respectability, they were getting their ass whooped by 30 in a quarter, 40, 50 points. Some of that was on Steve Kerr, yes, but Draymond was, arguing with officials and looking for reasons to get ejected out of games that were blowouts so he can blame it on the scrubs. And he just disappeared. He just was not really there. Now all of a sudden, that the team is good, now oh, his defensive stance is so perfect now. He's so playing with all this energy and emotion and passion again. He's hitting a couple of more threes than before. Now he's talking. He's giving you that 7 points and 7 rebounds and 6.5 assists and acting like he doing something. Acting like he putting up Elvin Hayes type numbers and shit. Acting like he dominating like fucking Wilt Chamberlain out there. Draymond Green, look, in the role that he plays, he does a good job in the role that he plays. But as far as people saying he is the main guy, well, look, all of these guys have played their entire careers with Golden State, right? Draymond Green has, in his career, 38 games of 20 points or more. 38. 38 games of 20 points or more. Now, I know his role isn't as a scorer, but you would have thought he would have added to that tally when they were hurt and they needed some added scoring. And his scoring average went up from maybe 7 to 8.5 fucking points, maybe 9. When they needed this nigga to at least average, I mean, couldn't he average at least like 15 and 11? I mean, couldn't he have done that? That's like Kevin Willis, like typical numbers. He couldn't do that. Meanwhile, Klay Thompson, who hasn't played in over 2 years, has 293 career games of 20 points or more. Mind you, he hasn't played in 2 years. Steph Curry has 528 games and counting of 20 points or more. Passing, well, He's their chief facilitator. Well, Draymond Green has 93 games of 10 assists or more. Steph Curry has 118 games of 10 assists or more. Matter of fact, Steph Curry this year at the point guard position is not too far behind Draymond in rebounds per game. Steph is averaging like 6.5 rebounds. And what's Draymond averaging? I'm just assuming like maybe 7 something. Draymond has exactly one game of 20 rebounds or more in his career. One, one, one out of his entire career, which has been, what, 10 years now? One. Dennis Rodman had 158 20 rebound games. 158. And I believe Dennis played less than 1,000 games. I think it was 954. So 158 of 954 games. So that meant, off the top of my head, something like 20% of Dennis Rodman's contests, he got 20 rebounds or more. This motherfucker, who's probably played in like 600 maybe games, 600 plus, won. So what conclusion do you come to this? He's a good role player. But if Robert Ory isn't in the Hall of Fame, why should he go to the Hall of Fame? That's my only grip. Now I know he's gonna go because of the narrative and the teams he played for and all that. But if Robert Ory isn't in the Hall of Fame, why is this guy going to the Hall of Fame? And that Defensive Player of the Year award, I mean, Marcus Camby has one, Tyson Chandler has one, Marc Gasol has one. Marc Gasol's probably going to go to the Hall of Fame too, and he's justified. But that Defensive Player of the Year award is not justification for him going to the Hall of Fame. That's all I got to say, man. Tell me what you guys think.